Hello! Welcome everybody. Today, we finish, or at least start finishing, the first game of the Ace Attorney trilogy. We finished Chapter 4 last time, and now we begin our journey into Chapter 5. Let's get on with this. I've heard from some people that this one's a long one, so strap in. I got 3 days this week to do this. Let's do this. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd. 10:02 a.m. Right in Cole offices. Hey, that's 1 week after my birthday. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. Only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney Mia Fey. Huh? Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? No, Mia Fey's dead. Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Yeah, I'm the coffee boy. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. Hey, BB. 32-month resub, thank you. Ikza! Let's go. We got a long road ahead of us. Wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? No, I'm Phoenix Wrong, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? She does look like Maya. Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. Name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? What you got? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? It's been 32 months? Yeah, closing in on 3 years. How about that? That is... I think your first sub was during debut. Yeah, I think that would track. Oh my god, my fucking model's falling asleep. They feel like me right now. Yeah. Let me enhance for a moment, actually. Enhance. There we go. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year, and tall as hell. I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me in 11th grade. I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great. Another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. Promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child! I'll have you know you are 16. You are a child. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. Here, this is 1-5. I'm finishing up the first game, hopefully, this week. I got 3 days to do it, and I'm gonna do that. I've been told this chapter's long. Don't you? Yeah, sure, can't falter for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, she gets like she is now. I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn, I got heavy. I know we're talking about murder and all that, but... can I go to the detention center and talk to sister? Very 22nd detention center visitor's room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses! Or did you not want to raise this here, Oh, understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Holy shit, it's the back of her head. Hi, Lana. Honey, I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? For your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Oh, hello. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Well, you look like Mia. Something is not right here. Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I am chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Prosecutor charged with murder. 2 sisters, 1 a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Something is very wrong. There's something you should know from the start. Which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is? Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. I was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. This sounds like a slam dunk to me. This is an easy not guilty verdict. Wanna know how I know? It's because we're the protagonist. Who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? They better not have killed my boy Gumshoe. Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. She's not actually saying that she did it. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case is worse and worse with everything I learned. That's why it's the 5th chapter. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed in that. We've all been there. I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? I'm gonna change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey, it was in law school, I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong, she'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That's probably why she attracted to me. Oh. Excuse me? Intellectually attractive. Lana was top of her class too. Intellectually. Next you're gonna tell me there were roommates too, Emma. I was the best there was. Oh, how come I've never heard of you before? I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, there's no way you could take this case. None. You sound a lot like Mr. Edgeworth, kind of. But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Damn. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my service? Is this your defense? You just said I couldn't take this case. Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to her crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. Those 4 eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. To the underground! February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened? Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're gonna be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? Trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Whoa! What the... It's the fucking Lone Ranger! What do we have here? It looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta keep them doggies tied down, partner. But Mr. Marshall! What the hell is he doing? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory. with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Okay, can I have some of what he's drinking? Was that, a hombre, a friend of... What did he call the hombre? Was he, like, Spanish? I couldn't tell. Who thinks he's a sheriff of the Wild West, it seems. This game is so goofy, man. It's Indian? A ladder. That's a step. Oh god, we're doing this again. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. It's scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Right. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Phoenix is so tired all the time. Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Look, a door! That must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. A door means there is an open room on the other side of it. Something like that. Something, one door closes, another one opens. I don't know. I failed to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Ray, you need to learn to enjoy life more. You need to touch grass, Mr. Ray. Let's finish our investigation, shall we? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Right? Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that... It's John Relativity. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe... Huh? Cafe security. Yep, that must be... What is bro cooking? I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. I think we found it. Someone's out himbo Phoenix. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know! I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. Actually, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. I'm not sus. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. There is no wall, but a water tank! I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Oh, hello. You can see that. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? It sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed in the pocket. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I could tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. Oh, okay. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Oh boy, new mechanic time. Now let's start examining from every angle. I can rotate it? Oh god. HNB. Why is it? Why are these controls like this? Can I? Oh, I could just fucking control it. Okay, cool. Okay, that makes way more sense. Oh, with the press of enter. Okay, I can open this. Eh. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess. But I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we can find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Is that everything? Chat, I think that's everything. Oh. Oh wait, I can... Oh, I can't slide, okay. Can I show this to you? Oh, you're just gone. Okay, never mind. I was gonna show you the wallet, but, you know. Can I do this with this? Oh, neato. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you could tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Cool. Can I... Oh, I can investigate this now. Name and ID or number written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly! They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID... Yabba-dab. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse. They're not taking much to amuse me either, apparently. Is there anything else I can look at? Oh, it wouldn't let me do this before. Okay, nice. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. God, it's scary. He's gonna fucking finger gun us. Could you tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little Villy's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please! No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. What? Get yourself up to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a server, so you... Stop using those words. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up Vittles Saloon Service. Maybe we should check out room 1202. The High Prosecutor's office. We're back here now. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Oh, hello? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello! Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without a clearance. Especially passers-by, or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen... Yo? I'm sorry? Cough-up? Huh? They just went past... They just... Yeah, okay. You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. Quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me. You are a slow one, are you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You're a witness, eh? I mean, you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Ah, I get it now. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Wait, no. Not again. Yipes, she means yipes. I didn't mean for us to do the same line again, but fuck it. Alright, what do you got, Angel? Somehow, I knew yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this evil? Young miss. Mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up. Stop bringing that up. Ew. The most heinous of all evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. Like our suspect. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife, so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. The rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunch boxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now why would this pretty lunch lady know about the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? Why do they call you the cough-up queen? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. Duh. That one didn't even fit in the box! The kind you could only tell someone who's tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Kaffa. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. I think she is certainly a vendor, but I don't know about lunches. Hey, you want this dude's ID? Oh no, I went to present this to you. About this card. Lunchline vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Well, okay, that didn't accomplish much. Alright, go away. I can't go over there now. Okay. Alright, bye. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. Hey, look, it's the Steel Samurai! This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look! There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? Takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix, right. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice! Edgeworth! Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, no. It was just Mr. Right here. Hey! Don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. Oh, shoot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly could scream. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. This dude is just a magnet for murder. More surprising still. I am being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial. God damn it, this is how they were gonna fucking get Edgeworth back into being our antagonist. You, Mr. Edgeworth, to be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about that guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Then he supposedly killed a person. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. Why is he smirking like that? What has he got going on here? But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That broad shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Why do you have a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Oh, I investigate. The murder weapon, usually in How the hell did we even get this? Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Okay, well, what do you have to say about this dude's card? Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright! Uh-huh, what? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Well, never mind, I guess. Can I examine here? Sorry, boyfriend, get out of the way. It's over here. Been wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Mumbles of prosecutors. Huh? What's... It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. I thought it was gonna stand for Killers. Interesting. There's more? So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. Still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Why don't you ask? Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it. Sure, there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited. Edgeworth just apparently had no problems with that. My, what an amazing bouquet, just for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? Oh yeah! I forgot about Miss Oldbag. We haven't seen her in a minute. It would explain the Steel Samurai. There's a connection. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Hi, Gumshoe. Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? I don't know, why did you picture Detective Gumshoe? You got men on the brain, Phoenix? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't, he'll sue you. He'll sue you. The game's dialogue is killing me. Oh, cute! What a pretty tea set! I go more for the instant tea bags myself. I'm amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Just tea, dude. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. What a nerd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Must have someone get them for him. I keep imagining this man. Why did I just picture it? I don't know. We must study these cases. Is it the game telling me, hey, go visit Detective Gumshoe? You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on the ladder. Yes, boy. Not too up on my chest, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. It kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. White? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Yeah! That pawn doesn't have spike. This isn't even a valid game of chess. There's no king on the board. And there's only one knight. I think that's a king, and a bishop, a rook, and a knight. Does that pawn, is that fucking king in place to get fucking taken by the pawn? Because if so, this is a dead game for blue. I don't know, dude. Maybe that's what they're on about here. Whoa, what a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... I like that little face she makes when she's writing. She looks so into it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Sure it is. Couch. Edgeworth is such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I get it. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. Yeah, it makes him look pathetic. It's cool. Okay, I think that's everything. Can I talk to you? No. Can I move? Oh, wait, can I show you the knife? Oh, I also have this, too. Could you take a look at this? You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks, you didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. That was a waste of time. Could you take a look at this? You! Oh, okay. Wasted time indeed. Can I... What happens if I present you with stuff? See this? I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this, a behavioral study of lawyers? Okay, I guess that's... What if I show you this? See, it's my attorney's badge? Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver, the gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it, scientifically. Doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'll give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Okay, I have no idea where to go. Can I show you this trophy? So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You could take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? No complaint about his badge of being worth $50. Maybe he just... I don't know, maybe he thinks it's worth less. That sounds like something Phoenix would think. Also, hey Monado, what's up? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah, the man I keep imagining for some reason. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? Got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? We should. Can you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. Fire's been in and out this evening? Oh boy. That's not good. Is it, you guys got a storm or something? We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police prosecutors and outstanding police officers and prosecutors. That's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. A testimony. Oh, they had collapsed tree killing someone. Oh no, that's not good. It's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh, hello, parking stub. Where to the parking? Oh, okay. It says the parking stub from the underground lot. It took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Who in the fuck are you? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir! No name of that kind, sir! Not in this report, sir! I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but, sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Mr. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. Good luck with that raise next month. Damn. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy, looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and goods. Damn. Get fucked, Meekins. Right. Yes, sir? He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down, at least. February 22nd. Police department entrance. He's just trying to do his job. What is that in front? This case is already so weird. We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? What the fuck? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? I had to step away. Oh, my bottle. Why does it undulate like that? Chat, I don't like that it undulates like that. Oh, wait, I know. This is the blue badge. Jesus Christ. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badge. Oh boy. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Oh, well... Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I kept imagining you in my head. I think this means we're in love. Paul, let's talk. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. About that. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. What if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh, me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. I don't really know what she's doing here. She's here because I needed a companion. The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like fake. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. Hey, Firefly. Hey, pal. Oh, listen here, pal. I can't do a Vince McMahon voice. It's like impossible. My voice is like too youngster. Thanks for the 22 months. Which is telling me you're currently on an 11-month streak, which is pretty insane, actually. Welcome. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Aw. And what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The slowest ranking guy got in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? 11 months at the Mets. We love the Mets. So anyway, I thought I'd be spending the day getting the badger dance down pat. So Gumshoe's the mascot now. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground park lot. Oh yeah, that dude. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Interesting. Well, I guess I could show you things. Detective Gumshoe? What could you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Hi, I'm Bruce Goodman. Goodman, sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. Oh, okay. Did you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember. Oh, okay. Okay. Why did it... Bruce Goodman, why did it pull up my evidence there? That was weird. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Can you? Yeah. So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There is an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago. I'm always gonna love how silly Gumshoe is. He is he's one of the guys of all time, really. One of the Gumshoes ever. Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but... Where does that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot? And Lana's confession as much. Can I examine this area? Hello? Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. Damn, bro. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. he really said pride flag emoji question mark emoji. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now. Gay, homosexual gay. Right now. Behind those doors. A police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. I was wondering about that. What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Oh, that's cute. Nice work. It's battery powered, so we can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. Oh, okay, that's evidence apparently. A work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Gumshoe. I present that to you? Police. I always get excited when I come to a police station. What is that? Just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. There it is! Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny. Thought they were talking about the weather. I think they were talking about soup, y'all. The police. Jesus. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Well, I think they're designed after a... Emma's role is to not be useful in any way and just say insane shit the entire time, and I kind of appreciate her for that. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. A police theory. Do you mind asking how you came up with that theory? So when I was on a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. She said, why don't you back it up with a source? We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Damn. Counter evidence, L plus ratio plus zebra. Banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting soon. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want to set it home? It's good for finding out who snuck in the glue cookie jar. I think most families can figure it out without the extra help. Nope, I was a master cookie sneaker. They never caught me. I've been on the run for 17 years. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Emma's a fan favorite. Emma's funny. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. Oh, I see you on the consumed water. Wait a moment. I don't have my water with me. I forgot to get water. I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back, chat. Behave! Alright, chat, water's been acquired. Y'all behave. How fast do you think you could trash the place and clean it up? Not fast enough. The jar wasn't locked here. Oh, my older brother just got a glass cutter just to take the cookies out of the jar. The jar wasn't lying. That's like some actual like investigation game type shit. Like a Danganronpa case where you investigate who snuck the cookies from the cookie jar. They obviously used a glass cutter here. And there's like a comic panel with like a glass cutter with speed lines around it. Anyway, back to the crime scene. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. They look AI generated. She has a point. Okay. Present. I guess I could present you more stuff. Hey, Gumshoe. This thing you made. What about it? As a detective, I had to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Oh, okay, I guess I can't present this to you? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? She's in anguish. Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. It's gonna be real funny if Edgeworth turns out to be a murderer after everything we went through in the last chapter. How about this? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Are you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Let's go. Congratulations. And then they fired him the next day. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Or at least forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Oh, it's the same. Okay. And I showed him badge. Can I talk to you more? Oh, here we go. Again? Whew. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. In fact, we perpetuated those rumors because we said those things about him the first time we met him. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be sus. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Aw. That's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why are you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who was... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Received from Detective Gumshoe allows Bear to investigate the crime scene. Yo! Our plot device! Let's go. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Alright, we move. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh wait, that was you. Oh, still here? Ah, hello. It's the Cough Queen. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. It's fucking music. I gotta show you this thingy. That's not what I meant. Fuck. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right to the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. I'm a big fan of Marshall. Marshall's great. He holding the birthday party or something? Look. Where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah. I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Why does he keep shaving his beard? Just shave the beard. Why does he keep cutting it with a knife? That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. I get to do so many, like, country accents this game. It's great. And they all suck. That makes them even better. His beard grows 1 millimeter per second. Insane. I would hate that. I hate facial hair. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction was crumpled and discarded. Damn. Can I show you this other stuff? What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town, with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self. If you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. Oh goodness, well she's right about the Texas part at least. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Emma is ridiculous. Alright, compadre, count to 3, huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. Okay, I think that was all I needed to show him. Talk with you. Victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Goodman's autopsy report added to the court record. Thanks. Died within a half hour of 4 p.m. What? Oh, died within an hour and a half. Oh, I read that wrong. Okay. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambino. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive! Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. There's one reason why he didn't do much work to the chief prosecutor. But my system called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Marshall. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that attack. Chick, do they do that? Huh? I was in one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. Well, you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino? So, why are you in charge? No reason, we're just short on hands right now. Keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's none but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs around with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? I'm sure we'll learn more about that later. Oh, whoops. Salmon. Let me go here. Car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. Just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Oh, look, something's written on it. Let's see, 6-7S-12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Hey, it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Sure, Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Nice. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest that this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out now? Yes. Right, let's check it out. Oh, we're doing this again. Oh, okay. It's moving me! Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know? Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess. These are hard to come by, you know? I see the series is as popular ever with the kids. Damn. Oh, hello. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? Surprised you didn't know about it. And he's just a zoomer. He only uses screen phones now. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I don't know about things like redial. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now, to see who the owner of the cell phone called last, note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. I love how this is supposed to be like 2016, but it's got the mindset of 2001. Hey, that song, I know that. It's the it's the Steel Samurai thing, I think. Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? And that belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Oh, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Oh wait, I'm doing his voice. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but... Fuck. Someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I have incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. I mean, she called me. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see Lunchland over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the floor. I can see a cartoon cow munching down a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. That's everything. Yeah. Can I show you this? Oh, no. That's the same. Oh, I meant to present this. Ah! My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used that was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. It's like chickens eating a bucket of fried chicken. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night? Why did Lana make that call? Did she? Do you have anything else to say? Oh, you do. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow was none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Something's up to something here, but who? I don't know, you tell me. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgewood to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all his little cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. An autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? The only thing still is bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Ah! It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? Got him! Phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. In 518, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Ooh. Cell phone updated in the court record. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh. Is it trial time, chat? Yes! Let's go! How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there is still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. There is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Something about you is very suspicious. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. Oh, is Eva not even gonna be here? I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Oh, okay, I guess you're gonna be here, I guess. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh yeah, you are gonna be here. I'm not alone then, what are you talking about? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, they fun. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he is much more forceful in person. Suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashes with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Ms. Angel Star, to the stand. The Cough-Up Queen! Dun dun dun. How the fuck they get away with that one? That's what I want to know. Haven't I seen you some... You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really... And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Yes, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Damn. Edgeworth was like, I'm not into women, sorry. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste? Literally, what is happening? This is the last case of this game. Name, profession, now, woman. Me, the name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to describe... Oh, shit, I didn't mean to skip that, my bad. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. Yeah, she's a professional, in quotation marks. Look, the bit of of Edgeworth never getting people's names is very good. That's true. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? I know who you are. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Jesus fucking Christ. Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. Suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Oh, thanks. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of this crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor out losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about... What the hell, Judge? Alright, here we go. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Oh, the CG. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy knife tip into the knife of the Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there was no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed in Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Let's do this. I always knew a day like this would come. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Well, given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. And then her testimony's already tainted then. You cannot testify in court if you have fucking... Ah! To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. It's unbiased as fuck. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. That was important. Deliver a lunchbox. A biased testimony in this series? This one feels like more in your face. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have... I don't know, Judge. You've seen her before. You tell me. Yes, that boyfriend. That boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches. Note to self, the judge had to think before... The married judge, by the way. The security guard room is in the lot in the A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from up there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by your car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime? When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? Felt like... How would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese. What is she talking about? A pale white cheese. You just called him white! No, you had Zangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. That eye must be hard, yellowed, and sharp. Why did he say that? What is happening? With the odor of an old cheese. I'm losing my mind, chat room. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. Points white. By garage car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes? Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth, wasn't it? Indeed it was. Ooh. Wait, hold on. What an odd case this is. Didn't she... Wait, she said she was in B block? And she stabbed him in A... How could she have... Hold on, I need to make sure... Let me not jump the gun and throw myself for a loop on the very first testimony here. And the person you saw, you sure was the defendant? Saw her from no further than 30 feet away. Certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness! In your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. Hey, he's actually pointing that out. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. She's so mother. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Oh god. That was inspired. Just chill out. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? I think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor. Can I chew Phoenix? We all want to chew Phoenix. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Yeah, she's behind the gate. How did she apprehend her? The moment of the crime is photographed by Angel Star. I feel like I have to present this. That is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. What, was she? Tell me more about the knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital... what you want to become a prosecutor, sir? What do you want to become a prosecutor for, huh? So you can look at men's vital organs? What I thought. Sure, it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. An egg! Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We could take it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? You were giving up on the first testimony. Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. So don't smile like that. Hold on. Can I just... Yeah, okay. I have so much evidence, jeez. Parking lot floor plans. I thought she said that she apprehended them, but I guess that wasn't in the testimony. Check. Okay, that doesn't feel relevant. I don't think it's this. That checks out. Holding a knife in her right hand. Well, she's not doing anything like that in the photo. I think it's this. Got him! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes, I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever. Yeah, there was no little cut-in. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? Objection, period. But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment he witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. But that's it! If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problems? If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure, but I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was a cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? It was not premeditated. Oh, Edgeworth jump scare. What? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I thought we were moving on. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves are admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ah! Impressive! I'm sorry they took you off the force list. This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If you can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a pleasure, Mr. White. We can... You said that before. Anything else? Oh, we're back here now. Huh. I'm surprised I'm back here. Whoops. Okay, it's definitely that last statement. But what? No. Ow. I still think it's this. I'm leaning towards the phone. Why would she have made a call with gloves on? Or this. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. And I never really, did much investigating on these. Oh, hello. Hey, the victim's blood? Had to cut himself peel. Maybe he spends weekends roughing it up. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. What are we doing here? That was a scary thought. Okay. Oh, there we go. Witness, do you know what this is? Trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a minute, you know. Or for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. A bloody murder weapon. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Phoenix knows all about Edgeworth's trunk. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ugh. Oh my god, she dropped her lunch! Order, order, order! Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie! He was saving that one all fucking trial. What? Hitman, you can't argue with the point. True. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. Well, actually, if you're gonna charge her, then yeah, it actually does matter a lot. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. You know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned! If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Even judge has had enough. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. It feels like we're teaming up against, at this point, really now. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge a knife in again and again. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? What? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. This was a short testimony. This will be easy, because I'm pretty sure I know what it's about. I'm gonna press everything, just to be sure. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again, rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright? And it's you! Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? I plan to kill all my Uber delivery trucks. I should not have said that on stream. Their actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There was no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. Sure, he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? You gotta follow all of your declarations of crime with in-game. Yeah, it's in Minecraft and it's all a joke. Federal agent who's watching my stream right now, which, by the way, you should subscribe with Twitch Prime. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. Schrodinger's lunch. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit. Why? I don't... I'm just not even gonna acknowledge it. Also, she just called him fruity. You say again and again, how many times did you stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. I'm pretty sure that he was stabbed once, right? Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people. You should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we first met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax, and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, she like wrote that down. Pineapple is a citrus. No, it's not. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. I think that's my contradiction here. Where is it? I had... one knife wound. Damn. You say she stabbed him again and again. Well, you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise! I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Damn. Ha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. I don't know about hunk, but sure about hero. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? She lifted her knife. I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole... What? 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 What are we doing now? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice. I suppose... He's right. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf. Wasn't she? Huh? What? Was she? No? I knew that seemed weird. What the... Okay. But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that splatter for splattered blood? People often mistake my beard for a bib. Judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There's only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chit. Yeah, that's like the most obvious contradiction I've had so far. We're in the last chapter game. What are we doing here? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, when did... Oh yeah, this again. Alright, I literally have foolproof evidence that you gave me that she wasn't even fucking wearing her scarf. Take this. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf. Yeah, I told you, we're teaming up on her. Was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this look at this photograph. But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really. He keeps stealing my thunder. Maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know, I'm cool with it. The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Is it like... This is what happens when Edgeworth doesn't, like, prep a victim before... Or prep a witness beforehand? They just completely trip over themselves, even if they're a professional. Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. How did you do that? Do you remember some things accurately, at least? Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim! His next testimony might just be the moment of truth. After the murder... Oh, okay. The suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. And that's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You were quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. Heyo? No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow. Fuck. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Phoenix Wright is weak to poison. Is he a grass or fairy type? No, he's a fairy type because he's a fruit. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run off to a partition. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for criminals to do. And what did you do then? We caught her, explained her. How did you get to her? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Yes. Press her. I like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was over here. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you? I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen and lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have got to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Sky not get away? Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned... just doesn't even acknowledge it. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? Yo! Welcome Raiders of Waffle Fox, thanks for the raid! Hello everybody, we're playing Ace Attorney, we're on the last chapter! Welcome everybody! My voice is fucking drying up already, let me drink some water. Welcome everybody, it's your boy Mettsu, I'm a hitman who also investigates crimes. Well, how was your stream, man? What were you playing? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky! Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Oh yeah, shoutouts are things. I totally forgot about those now. Hi-Fi Rush! Ooh, I own that game. I need to play it. It looks cool. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right! And here the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call. Okay, cool. That's been updated now. Oh, that's new. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was gonna say the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. She's calling us all rookies now. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Ayo? Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up on her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? She made to escape. Could you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté au foie gras. I think that's how you pronounce it. She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The parking lot entrance. That's right. Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition of the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run? Sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. She didn't do it. You have to believe me. You're 5:18. This timing is off. I guess it's not off. Fuck. I don't think that's it. It's one of these, I think. I still don't understand why this is evidence. The only thing that's... So she... I think I got it. Actually. The phone was on the other side of the wall. I think that's it. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Mitsulana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it off. You gonna turn Phoenix into a spitter? Let's look at the floor plans. Said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Got him. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it! Whoa! Order, order, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up bloods, she's coughing up lies! Yeah, get him, Phoenix! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told us in the court. Here where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Oh. What she saw. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Okay, I got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Star lie like that? Huh? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Oh. Oh, shit. I mean, maybe she really did try to see her try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for the— What are you doing, Emma? What the fuck? You ordered the patooey on rice, right? Mr. Ryan, I thought you had— Oh, okay, I guess I wasn't right. Fuck. One more try. Music kicks in. I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Why are you staring deep into Phoenix's eyes, Edgeworth, huh? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told us in court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. Where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness didn't actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed a crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. It has to be like around here, I think. Because she said she was going here. She was going here to deliver lunch to her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been. Security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. But wait, if she was over here, how could she have seen her stab? But none of this makes any fucking sense. She took the picture! Oh my god, I hate this case. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. How? I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star, how many years have I been getting the better of men? Heyo? Oh, you hate the case for this? What do you mean by that? I hate this. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Got him. Order, order, witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky? Well, she is the supposed doer of crime, yes. Mr. Wright, doesn't it strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. It does, though! She took a picture! Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. It's like fucking like 2-4 from Dehirappa. I'm just waiting for them to get to the obvious shit. It's still Sans? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Wait, what? The witness is found to be lying. They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. Well, I'd say pretty much everyone that has testified so far, including Edgeworth, is also guilty of perjury. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? I don't fucking know. We just know that she lied. Didn't she say that, oh, we don't know why she did the crime. We just know that she did it. Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital distance, but what does it change? In lighting, distance, angle. Oh, hold on. It could either be these top two, I think. Hold on, actually, before I do anything, do a little funny thing here. The angle's the same if she's right here. Okay, so it's definitely distance then. It's definitely closer. Changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see what would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station? Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to... I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh... I thought that said boys berry to my boyfriend. I want to have some of the boy berry. Poison berry for the boy. Thanks, Judge. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. You went all the way around? He went all the way around. What? I didn't even know that was there. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. Quite a detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. Oh! 5 minutes? That's not right. This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I knew the timing was going to come into play. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. True. You'd like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Absolutely. Five witnesses between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. What? I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, just flee the scene, hey? Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. Well, you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. And this guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It is inconceivable. Yarg! Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately. Appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. We screwed her. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Easy. Hold it! What? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. Oh god. No, we're dragging this out. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Oh, is this your jumbo lunchbox? It's so shiny. Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Judge is hungry. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Oh, what? Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. What? This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends and what? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. I love how she, like, very quickly takes notes. It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law. Really? No. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. I guess we're accepting this. White enamel shoes bear traces of blood from good. Why does it have Lana's blood on it? Why is she bleeding? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I am so fucking confused, dude. Ugh. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I'm also gonna save again. I have no fucking... That was a long little point there. I'm actually really scared. I figured that was gonna be the end of it. I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do we have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. And why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimony is the most despicable act of crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. Wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. Damn. I was afraid someone would have eased the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did. We're just racking up crimes against this lady now. So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the detective... the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. I'm really confused about this. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Well, speak up! Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of blood out. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. Said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Edgeworth, whose side are you on? I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish gun. Oh. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? No, there's no problem. Of course there's a fucking problem. There's several problems. I'm not imagining anything. I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? He's a wipe way doesn't like spice. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. Oh, we're doing this now. There's blood on the bottom. And blood on the top. Why is there blood on the bottom? Whose blood is this? Wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of a shoe? The fact that there was blood in the photo. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why aren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Good Phoenix jump scare. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. And where are they, Mr. Hedgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Got him. Order, order, order! Well, witness? Wait. What? How are you going, Mr. Wright? But I agree that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. Then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped? There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. Knocked my hands as she kicked over an oil drum. Ah! I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. Kidding. Now, witness. Allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well? Was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean? The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To ease the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Word! That ties things up quite nicely. Why didn't it wash the blood off of her shoe, though? The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. And after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Did you say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But, enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well. I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up. Look at this! What? A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet! Oh. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. Not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right? What or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the God damn it. Get yourself up off the asphalt to take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Objection! Let's go, Phoenix! Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. The trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. Suppose we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. What? Okay, yeah, I don't know. What the fuck? Okay, so... There's the knife in his chest. Why is the knife still in his chest? Click the problem? Everything's a problem! I hate this fucking trial. I have 2 lives! Fuck. What is going on down here? Why is there water coming out of this? Is that water? Bloody shoe. I guess that explains why it's not... It wasn't washed off because it wasn't in the water. There's a belt on his... That's wrong. Why is there a belt around his wrist? The whole trial is like this. God damn it. I'm on trial 1. Fuck. I can't... Can I even save? I can't save. Okay, well, this is weird. I don't know why there's water coming out of this, so I'm taking that. Problem in the photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Okay, I guess that was something. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this I God damn, that sucks. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Yeah, no shit. It's not a good case? Oh, fuck. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloud? I thought that was water, actually. It looked like the rest of the water. So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be easy. I'm fucking saving, by the way. I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. Okay, alright, I got past that. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler. There's a muffler in the muffler! Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Oh god, this one's hurting my brain, dude. I don't even know why it didn't even cross my mind. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? That means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. I assume that was her muffler. Oh no, she was wearing it actually, so it probably isn't. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Thank God. Sus? Oh my God. Suspend! I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. It was Edgeworth's car. Yeah, that's his car. And it has his muffler. And someone's muffler isn't a muffler with a muffler and a muffler. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. Verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Great, dude. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew, that was close. But we made it at least for now. Alright, is that it? Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Oh, there's more! Lunchtime after. He's still. It's like fucking 11 o'clock, dude. Oh, wait, maybe that was it. Oh, thanks. Trial ladder? There's just more. Fuck it. I had said I was gonna get through this fucking chapter this week. We're doing it. We're getting through this fucking trial, chat. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court Defendant Law. How much more can it can't be another hour and a half, right? 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 Mr. Wright? Huh, what? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much, except today we're swimming in quicksand. True. There was a save point. It is? Fuck it, we ball. So what happened to your sister anyway? I got food in my refrigerator waiting for me to eat. I just could go and devour food right after this. I can go as long as I fucking need. Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. You got food in your tummy already eating nice. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look to see how the trial's growing. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? Oh, I know, that's Phoenix. What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste of mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. I fucking hate that. That is so stupid. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? She wasn't even wearing a scarf, chat. She wasn't wearing a fucking scarf. Fuck. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red Stop! What? The awards ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, I was just talking about food. I could go for some ribs. I had some brisket and mac and cheese earlier, chat. We had a small catering at my job today, and I took some home. It was really good. Or rather, we catered for someone else at my job. I'd like to resume. even he's reluctant. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh shit! Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. And that furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Yeah, that's what he's gonna look like when I'm done with him. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. He got fucking pegged by Star, dude. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Bro was flabbergasted. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who the fuck? Who's there? Who the fuck are you? Who are you? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the court. What is this JoJo's looking ass motherfucker? Why does he have a cross for a tie? What is going on with his eyes? He's actually quite handsome. Shit. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Hey, Joseph Joestar's cuts. God damn it. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. It's a witness that Edgeworth doesn't know about. Is that why he's hello? Oh! Sorry, I'm late, OG. The what? The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see. How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, OG. Why is he calling you? Is he dating the joint? OG, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. OG seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Righto. The attorney I've heard good things about you. I've heard good things about you, son. So you know how you've been saying Phoenix and Edgeworth are fruity? I can already tell this guy is somehow more fruity. If they're fruity, this guy is an entire fruit platter. Well, at least it's a character I like. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble. I thought he was calling Edgeworth Uji. Like edgy, but Uji. You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Well, I know there's a market out there for Old Man Yowie, and I'm here for it. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? What? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Grant. Damon Grant. Oh, Gant, sorry. Damon Gant. What is I can't tell what that's a pun. Oh man, Yowie's so good. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worth it here. Look at this poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. Stop, just call it a fucking scarf, you absolute degenerates. So, Miss Star, wasn't just seeing things? When the crime occurred, Miss Guy really was wearing that muffler? But to think that it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe, that is certainly a face. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Really quite embarrassing even for us. What is happening? So much new shit is being thrown. I was even thinking like, man, I don't have a lot of evidence for this trial. But I guess, you know, it's first trial, whatever, right? But I've been given like half of my evidence in the middle of the trial. Is what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. When you said, wow, that's a lot of evidence, I laughed. You don't... It was like a lot for like a trial one, but it didn't seem like enough for an entire case. Telling you to wait, or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Oh! That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a... Oh, fuck. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Damn. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. Let's take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch in. If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Okay. Alright, we're going through this whole thing so I can open a switchblade. Why doesn't it have a description? Oh my god. Do I... What? Don't scare... Oh, it's broken and also has blood. I'm the one who's scared. Just press the button, you fucking wusses. It's a switchblade. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken. The power of the Nintendo DS... Oh, yeah, this is a DS game, so they're doing 3D shit here. And this dark red stain blood. Cool, cool. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. SL92. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. He's so happy. I can't wait for him to go insane. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, would you? We have an exact... What? Wait a second, you said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman... I thought he was talking about this. Order, order, order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I do not know what voice to give this guy. He's so very obviously older, but he's very fruity. I don't know if I should give him a fruity voice or an old one. Well, two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine. I don't even know what's happening. Keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Cool. Please tell me I don't have to help. Well, we all know who the fruitiest old man of all time. Oh, I have all my health back, guys. Oh god, we really are going like another hour plus. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now, not that. You've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. He has the same voice as MGS4 Ocelot. Like those are some games I should play on stream sometime. Like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's... Does he have a knife in his hand? Oh, I thought he just had his hand out, I think. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connect to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Reports are coming out, is that true? Yeah. Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the evidence that's had me stumped all this time. How were things down in the... Hold on, what? I think he just straight up told me, hey, present something on this. Hold on. The piece of evidence that has stumped me this entire time... Oh, I get it now. I actually did not know what it was until I looked at it. SL-92 6-7S 12-2. Yeah. The evidence that stumped me this entire time is the blue badger. No, it's this note. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Uji? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL-92. And this is important. Why? It's a serial number, yeah. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S, 12 over 2. It's math. Your Honor. It's upside down. Upside. The printed name on this memo makes it look like it's right side up. Yeah. It's L-9. 221. Ah. Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. The same thing that is written on the knife's tag. I actually didn't know if that was it or not. I just thought that there were like 2 knives with 2 serial numbers. They were linked. Yeah. Order. Well, Chief. Oh, well. Guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. You can't withhold that! You're the Chief of fucking Police! Why are you withholding shit? I win! What game is this guy playing? We're back to testimony now? What is happening? So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happened. It was evidence from a case long since solved. This knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. What is the other knife? Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes. Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. Hashtag feast or hashtag hungry. Feast mode activated. Feed me more. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Uji? I'm at a loss for words. Me too. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rido. Suppose I could help. Do you help me by giving me data on your case? Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. I think this is the first witness that actually likes me. Oh shit, I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. What? Where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I could say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Oh. Took it and stabbed somebody to get it. Yeah. Happy. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about details. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Rido. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Mentioned the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good... It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Yeah, you two should get married. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Well, can we? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after... What? Really? He's so cooperative. Who would have guessed? You're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well to try to get what I can out of him. ID number? That could just help us straight up identify him, yeah. Then we could get everything else. Or you tell me the victim's ID number. Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. 584219. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. Oh my god. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Does this tell you anything? This tells me nothing! This tells me something. Does, Your Honor. It does, I think. Meaning. It has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Let's see what the defense has to say. You see the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells us something? What does it tell you? Exactly. Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? It's the same person? You're getting like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just I got confused. And this is news? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rido. Personnel IDs are top secret, and he's clapping. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584219. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. So, why is the judge so fucking stupid? Started with 82. I forgot. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, righto, sharp as a tack. Oh wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible, so what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location. What is happening? Order! No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? It's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case! Exclamation marks. Now wait, just wait a second, Worthy. You don't need to get all flustered. You're honored. The police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? Oh, fuck. The oversight? The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer... Oh my fucking god, dude. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, this fucker. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth or anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. I totally fucking forgot about this guy, and I think Edgeworth did too. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Yeah. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem... Oh, Jesus! Emma! What the hell? In any case, this is serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Bro was just staring. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, Oh my god! Edge Unworth. What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Yeah. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Sponge boy me, Bob. I was just doing my job. No. No! The humbling of Sir Miles Edgeworth. Cool. Seems we have come to the... we've come to the end of this... Now you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in just the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Jeez. I don't think there's ever been an error this series in the history of court. Jesus. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. To the pegging chamber with you, Edgeworth. Very well, court is adjourned. Oh wow, that actually was just it. I thought that shit was good. That actually didn't go. That was like, what, 15 minutes? Yeah. Cool. We're in investigation mode now. Which means, I think we're gonna call it there for the day. Yeah. What a whirlwind of a trial. And I have 2 more, I think, to go through. If the other past cases are to be, you know, are to be understood. In this insane video game, this. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. Let's go find someone to raid. Oh shit! Oh no, we're gonna go say hi to ours. Buddy and Bide. They're playing Portal 2, which is my favorite game ever, so, yeah, we're gonna go do that now. I see Portal 2, my almonds activate. So, we're gonna send them some love, ours. Yeah, raid message right there. I will be back Thursday, same time, same video game, same questions. More Ace Attorney, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a fun time. But, yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by, and I will see all of them. Bye-bye!